Hello everybody, this is Julia and I'm finally back with another project for Casual Friday stamps. And this is a really fun project where I'll show you how to do kind of hidden inlay die cuts. This is a really fun technique. These are the products I'm going to be using today. These are some dies from Casual Fridays and of course some gorgeous stamps. And I'm also going to be using these inks by Altermann. So let's get started. I had not worked with the stamp before, and you will see that when I stamp, the ink didn't transition properly, and I'll show you a trick how to work around that. But I expected the solid stamp not to work perfectly while I'm inking it up here with all the different shades of purple from Altermann. So I'm using my Misty here, and you can see the first impression isn't all that great, but not to worry because Jennifer McGuire showed the trick where you tap your Versamark ink pad, the one that you usually use for embossing, on a newish stamp, and then it holds the ink just perfectly, and it worked absolutely fantastic. So what's the lesson to take away from this? Jennifer McGuire is always right. Repeat after me, Jennifer McGuire is always right. As you can see, the impression was just perfect. And I did the same here, tapped it first with the Versamark ink, which is a translucent ink, so it works just fine. And then I grabbed a Simon Says stamp ink. All the stuff that I'm using is going to be listed in the video description below. And I'm creating a gradient here going from purple towards a teal color. And I'm stamping this and it's going to work out just perfectly. And I'm so happy, I can't mess up stamping anymore with the Misty. So yay, life is awesome. Now after I have finally gotten all of this stamped, I'm actually going to cut right into this. But no worries, I know what I'm doing. At least, I had a plan and it kind of worked out. So I cut the word thanks out of this, so it will read a big thanks for being awesome. And then I die cut the word thanks 2 more times. Now I adhered this panel on my, temporarily adhered this panel on my card base, on my card front, and I'm putting back in like the tiny pieces that separate the T from the H, and then there's this little thing there that is in the S, in the loop of the S. So, and I'm taking out this white die cut again. I just needed it temporarily there for to place these tiny little thingies. You could even leave it like that, but I wanted to have some dimension. So I put some adhesive on one of my white die cuts and put another white die cut on there. I would advise you to use something like Multimedia Matte or Tombow Mono, but all of those are in storage for me, so I had to use glossy accents. It works just fine. The problem is only if the glossy squishes out to the side. Well, as the name says, it dries glossy, so it's more visible. If you use Multimedia Matte or Tombow Mono, you will not see it when it dries. So I would advise you to use something like that. Or if you have double-sided adhesive, put it on the paper before you die cut it. Makes life so much easier, and I wish I would have thought of that. But again, I'm not brilliant. I'm just, sometimes a little bit smart. So I'm putting lots of adhesive tape on I don't have my ATG because of course that's in storage as well. So I'm putting lots of adhesive tape here on the back, and I'm also putting it right behind the opening of the word, but not where the little pieces go that I fit in on the card base previously. So now I'm taking this dimensional die cut that I just created by layering the die cut words on top of each other and pressing that against the tape that I put behind the opening. And now, because I have more tape on the back of that panel, I can just adhere it to my card base. I hope this all made sense. And I hope you can see there is some dimension there. Now, since I didn't put any dimensional adhesive behind that panel, I'm actually using a very light gray Copic marker to draw around the border just to create the illusion of dimension. I'm actually going over this again with a colorless blender with a 0 marker to soften this out, but it just gives like the tiniest illusion of dimension. Here's a close-up of the inlay die cut. You can see it's inlaid because it's there where you die cut it from, and it's almost hidden. It's almost hidden. You can really only see it if you look at it from the side, and it's just so much fun. I hope whoever received this card will have like a laugh discovering that word hidden in that big stamp. I also put some Wink of Stella on top of it just to make it sparkle. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I would love if you would subscribe. Catch you again later. Bye bye.